Hi guys, I'm Pranobis, and right now I've been working a lot on converting an entire Incarnate System to something easy to use for those not comfortable with virtual tabletops. So right now, what I'm sending out to my alpha testers is a zipped folder like this, that when you uncompress has these other two files, and you just open the HTML, and it opens in a browser like Chrome or Edge or Firefox or whatever you happen to use. Once it's open, we now have access to the 7,000 plus pages, and if you try and scroll through it, it's not going to be moving up here. But what you can do is you can come over here and just click on whatever you want. So let's start off with classes. And in classes, we can see there are 1 star next to some of these and 3 stars next to another. If you want to know what that is, you just click, and it gives you information. Remember, you're in a browser, so you have a back button. In this case, we can see that 3 stars means that it's incarnate content, 2 stars means it's modified, and 1 star means it's official. Specifically, that's from the system reference document, and we're allowed to therefore use it because Wizard says we're allowed to use it. We're not allowed to use essentially anything else from them, and so we won't because that's their standards and that's what they put out there, which is okay. And that even goes so far as, like, if we look in Bard allows us to use College of Law, but they've said we're not allowed to use anything else of theirs, so we've written a bunch of new ones here. And you can either read through the class and look at the class table and all of that, but you can also, for quick reference, just jump straight down to the archetype, whichever one you happen to be looking for. If it makes reference to a spell, we can just click on that, and it's going to take us over to the description of that spell. Once again, remember you have the back button. Now, why would there be modified content? The most common example is with magic items. Under the standard official rules, the prices are kind of unique. You can have a single-use magical scroll that's legendary be of the same value as a multi-use legendary sword because they're defined as price by legendary. And I thought it's great for if you want to save paper, but here we don't have to worry about how many pages it is. So we can actually define a price for each item individually based on what we think it's worth, and as we've been playtesting, we've been changing and rebalancing a lot of that. Now, there's still a lot of work left to be done, but we're making progress though. If we're looking at spells, we can just click into the Ranger spell list, and it shows us all of the Ranger spells. It tells us which ones are official, which ones are new, and it works. There's tons of tables in here, and a lot of this you can wander through if you'd like. At the same time, all of this is not meant to be looked at directly. It's meant more as you're going through the stories section, the rules and law. There's going to be times when we make reference to tables. So, and the easiest way to get to these is if I'm a game master, I'm going to be looking at the game master blind. If I want to do world building, and let's say I want a background, I want them to encounter a demon hunter. Now it gives me links here to very quickly get to the personality. I can pull out my D8 and throw it a couple of times and start role playing out. And what we recommend for game masters is focus on what you want to know, not necessarily everything. So if you want to start with just the bond, go for it. So you can start off wherever you want. Maybe you want to start off by knowing what class he is, and you can roll on here. So there's lots of information here, and really when we boil it down, if you click on the heading, it takes you up a table of contents. If you click on an item, it takes you to that item. It makes it really easy to navigate, really easy to move around, and whenever you want, you can always come back to the list of everything. Now, what's this canvas layout? Well, someone said, wouldn't it be really cool if it had a canvas backdrop in the back so it kind of feels like an old document? And so I threw that in there. And if you don't like it, don't use it. So that is the basics of it. Thank you guys for looking. As far as how to get, currently it's only for alpha testers. That being said, you can buy your way into the alpha test. The first 5 people will be able to do it for $5. And that gets you access into our Discord, to a unique channel there. We can even add your name into the credits section. So if we look under introduction, there's this credits section, and Right now we have our authors, idea gurus, and alpha readers, editors. So we'd be adding your name in here with alpha readers. Cool. And you notice that the prices on these, yes, it's the first 5 get it for $5, but even after that you can still buy your way in, but it's $50. It's a lot more expensive because I want to keep it down to just a very few alpha testers. And so those 5 slots are going to be rather competitive on who gets them first. So the Young Dragon gets you into the beta tester. The goal is on the last Thursday of each month, I'll release the beta content to the beta testers. On the first Thursday of each month, I will release the polished content to the Dragon Eggs, which is essentially at $1 a month. This is where I'm guessing most people are going to lie. It gives you the content, but it doesn't really get you anything else. Any of these other tiers will give you all of that content plus something else. So like the Early Adopter and the Warmoons gives you that content, and it gives you the Honored Guest channel and Discord, where you can get a little bit more priority access to me. As we get into the higher and higher tiers, the more access you get to me, to bounce ideas off, to ask questions, to really get the content to be something that you enjoy, to control some of the direction of, well, do I do Egyptian or do I do Scandinavian monsters next? I mean, they both have really cool stuff. I'm not sure what direction to go, or maybe you should go into Roman or any other things. Stuff like that I put up for votes, and I talk with people in these other channels. So that is what we're working on. As you can see, I do support some others down there at the bottom. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless you all, and have a great day. Bye.